everybody. So as you can tell in the title, we are picking up new Project Blackbird. That's right. You saw in the last video that I was getting rid of the convertible. It was just too far gone. Is it fixable? It's 100% fixable. Is it something I'm willing to fix? No, absolutely not. I'm not willing to fix that much rot for something that is supposed to be a budget build. By the time I was done fixing all that rot, I'd have 100, 125, 150 man hours of labor into fixing all the issues with it. I've decided to cut my losses. And I fully believe that everything happens for a reason. We're gonna see if this is worth it. I've been looking for a convertible. I've had a lot of people. I only need a convertible. That's all my wife wants. Remember, this is a car for my wife. She doesn't want the Mustang because it's a Mustang. She wants the Mustang because it's a convertible. She wants a convertible. And I'm like, if you're gonna get a convertible, it's gonna be a Mustang, because I have so many spare parts. I know the car's in and out. I can put together a pretty strict little motor for it, and we can have a blast. Oh, Lower Fairfield County, Connecticut should be right under the definition of AIDS. It is 2:30 in the afternoon, and the highway's already stopped for rush hour traffic. I hate Connecticut. Yeah. So, I've had a lot of people offer me shells. I said this in the last video. Offer me shells, and it's not what I wanted. Or it was too much money. It was a convertible, but it was too much money. Running, driving car is $6 grand. Budget. I want to build this whole car for under $10,000. Running, driving, painted, wheels, brakes, suspension, the whole nine, 10 grand. So buying a car for $6 isn't really gonna do it. I found a line on another one over in New York. Some guy had taken apart a convertible. I don't know why. It was a running, driving car, and then he's selling it. So I kind of haggled him a little bit on price because he thought he was going to get big money for the roller, and I'm like, a stripped out convertible is not going to bring you much. And I offered him $300 and he laughed at it, and I'm like, well, I'll message you in a week when you still got it. He's like, the junkyard will give me more. And I'm like, I've junked 2 of them. No, I guarantee you they will not. So I messaged him a week later, and he got back to me, and he's like, he goes, if you come 500, you can take it for 500. So I'm like, okay. I was looking for something 500 and less. So I'm like, I'm on that. So I was like, I'm gonna come this weekend. I'll come Saturday. He's like an hour and a half away in New York. Well, I get a message yesterday from my buddy Billy, not long-haired Billy, my other buddy Billy. Met him in the Mustang Club, and he goes, hey, I have a friend who's got a convertible. He sends me this very grainy picture of it. It's 3/4 of the way taken apart. The doors are off, the nose is off of it. It's half in primer. There's no engine and no trans. He goes, it's free if you want it. Here's the guy's number. I call him up. Seemed like a very nice guy. Guy's name is Dave, and I'm like, hey, Billy gave me your number to call you over and see what the deal is. He goes, I bought this car from a guy who is restoring it for his wife. He started all the body work, and it looks like it was in prime, like he was going to repaint it. I don't know why it was sold, but he goes, I bought it just for the engine and transmission. And from what I can see from this very grainy photo, which I'll put in, it looks like a completely stock GT from the picture. The reason I say is I can see fog lights. I don't know what year it is. I don't know. He says it's pretty clean. They had it up on a lift tearing the drivetrain out. They didn't notice anything crazy on it. I figured a body guy probably wouldn't start prepping all the body work and getting it in prime if it was rotted out. So I was like, it's free. As long as it's not rotted, I don't care. But in the picture, I can see that it's got like the factory splash shields in the front end. It's got a factory airbox in it. So I have a feeling it was a completely factory GT car, which would be cool. Like if all the wiring's there, if all the brake stuff is there, brake booster and stuff. Like, granted, I'm going to change some of it, but it'd be cool if a lot of it was there. Well, we're driving up there now. It's actually like an hour from my job, which kind of stinks, but it's only like 25-30 minutes from my house. I borrowed my buddy's open trailer. He's got an open trailer with a winch. Well, as long as this thing's not rotted to crap, he says the struts or towers are clean, the rails are clean. He goes, he didn't notice anything underneath on the floors. So I'm going to take a real good look at it and see what's left, what's remaining. He says he doesn't have the fenders, but he's pretty sure the guy he bought it from is a buddy. He's pretty sure he has the fenders too. And I'd be like, that's great, because I want to keep the fenders off the white car, the blue car, for my green car. They're OE fenders. So I want to put those on the green car when I get a new hood, so I could actually have nice aligning fenders. Better than Tang Wongs or whatever they are. I'm like, it's still not a deal breaker in the car. I'm like, if you got the fenders, great. If you don't, you don't. It looks like the doors are put in the car. Look like they're in prime, again, from that really grainy photo. We're gonna go and see, and maybe we'll have the replacement in our hands tonight. And if this car is as good as it is, the project's gonna move along really fast at that rate. I won't have an entire winter of metal work to do. If it's already primed and I could just scuff and shoot, there's a chance that I could have it painted in a couple of weeks. We are still going with Hot Rod Satin Black. Probably gonna pick up the kit from Eastwood. I think it's like 125 bucks a gallon, single stage satin black. I'll end up bringing it to work, having the painter jam it out through the engine bay. I'll bring it home. I'll get all the body panels on it, and I'll bring it back and paint the whole exterior. So we're gonna go sit in traffic some more, because that's what you do on 95. Oh man.
Decent. I got the hood up there, windows there, and all the shit in there that he put in that he left. I never.
Oh man, it was a complete car.
Yeah.
Wow.
He started pulling apart for his wife. He was gonna restore, and they got a divorce.
Oh, that's what it was. I was wondering what the reason was.
They got a divorce. So I wanted the motor. It's a 302 6-stroker.
Yeah. A little soft there, typical convertible.
Yeah, it's like I said, it is what it is.
Yeah, I just gotta make sure it's better than what I got.
Fine with me.
Yep. Because if it's better than I got, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's exactly. I hear you. That's
Yeah, they ain't easy to come by anymore. Usually these A-pillars are gone on the convertibles.
I think this is better condition than mine.
Yep. So he started to do all the body work and then got a divorce.
Yep.
Oh, it's got a trunk. Okay, that's good news.
I haven't opened that up yet, so.
Oh, it's locked good.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are hard to come by for the convertibles.
Yeah. Like I said, that's why I'll give it away. I said that when I got it, somebody was supposed to take the car and I was supposed to take the motor. And they backed out of the car. So I've been stuck with this thing.
You've been stuck where you're like, get it out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got glass in it. It looks pretty. Yeah, I mean, I've had the whole cowl out of it because the hinge is rotted out. Like, the inside cowl was rotted. It was bad.
I know he had it in his garage for the longest time. And then he pulled it out. He had his driveway.
All right. It's not going through, so it's just surface. All right, just a little bit of surface, which is fine. Like, I'm not looking to fully restore it. I'm looking for a driver for my wife, and that's, you know, as long as structurally it's... Yeah, I mean, if he hits you back and he's got him, great. Yep.
The nose too, the nose pieces.
Is that a transmission?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of transmission. I don't know what that is.
Oh, side skirt, rear bumper.
Somebody looked at the transmission. I have no idea.
One side skirt. That's pretty much gone. Well, it all sounds pretty dang solid. It's messy as crap, but...
That's a good thing.
Yeah, these panels are hard to come by too.
Oh, yeah?
These convertible, they're all destroyed.
Okay, he was a body man before he started being a well guy.
Well, it sounds pretty solid.
That's a good thing.
Might be a little soft on the floor right there, but it's right at the corner where it meets the back seat. But I don't care if I like, I'm not expecting to find one of these not rusted.
I hear you.
Oh, it's got subframe connectors on it.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't have a trunk. The two things I didn't have was a trunk and side skirts.
Okay.
But I don't. I had doors. I had quarters because I was putting quarters on it. Like, this needs the lower, but I have this brand new lower, and the GT gets a cover anyway. So. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. I'm not surprised. Like, I wouldn't even fix this dent because it gets a side skirt.
Yeah. Right. Oh, that's right. This has the skirts all around.
Yep.
Okay.
For the GT.
So it is all newer than like a 9.
I guess we'll take this bad boy home. It looks better than what I got. It's
That's awesome.
like I got a soft spot in the rail right here on mine.
Helps you out, helps me out. that's
Yep.
awesome. I love it.
Cool. We'll
I'll get to the present, put the tire up. I can push it there with the tractor
yeah.
to the trailer.
Oh, it's got the good brace in it for the convertible.
Yeah. That's not stock, is it?
No. Nope, that's
I tell you,
added.
it was right. My fucking these headers, the worst I've ever dealt with.
Oh yeah.
The worst I've ever dealt with. Trying to get the damn bolts out of there.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I saw the one grainy shot. I'm like, oh god, the factory airbox is still in it.
Yeah. I got some induction. I believe it's some kind of performance induction. I got no use for it.
Yeah, sure.
I got,
if anything, I could always cut it up and use it.
Yeah.
All right, Dave.
Hey,
I greatly.
send the Waits pictures of what you're doing. I'd like to see some.
Absolutely. I'll send you. I got your number.
Yeah, exactly.
I appreciate
and if
it.
I find any more about any other part.
Yeah, let me know if you find the fenders. If he's got them, I'll grab them whenever.
Or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's no big deal, but I want to try. I got aftermarket fenders on my green car,
Yep.
and I want to put OEs on it. And I have a set of OEs, but they were saved for the convertible.
Right.
So if I can get fenders for this,
yeah, it'd be great.
yep. Hopefully all these leaves start blowing out on the way
Yeah,
home.
that would be nice. That would be nice.
You see right up there, that left lane, the Explorer, Connecticut State Trooper. Of course, I had to merge onto the highway right in front of him, and he pulled up next to me and was just staring. He was just, he must have been staring. He paced the convertible for a solid 3 minutes, and I'm like, I took like the big stuff out, but there's still a bunch of crap in there, and there's leaves flying out of it. I'm like, oh no, here we go. I was waiting, but he ended up driving right past, thank God. Probably have a hard time seeing me. I got this junk pushed outside, this junk home. This is kind of interesting that I saw just now. Connecticut used to put registration stickers on their license plates. 2006. Whoo! Let's get this unloaded. I'm freezing. Left off with this thing being unloaded. I'm very surprised. This thing rolls really nicely, turns really nicely. Like, I figured all the brakes would have been locked in this thing, but it actually works surprisingly well. I spent all the next night, so I picked it up Thursday. Friday, I cleaned out the whole interior. I vacuumed all the leaves out. I got all the crap out of it, except for under the cowl. I haven't tackled under the cowl yet. But I cleaned all that up. I started investigating. We do have some rot in the floorboards, which I'm not necessarily mad at, because it's the floorboard and it's something that's easily replaceable. You know, they're commonly available and they're not terribly hard to replace. I'll show you. So I'm going to pull the windshield out of this thing because I believe that's why I have this hole where I have this hole. So this is the worst of it right here. It's pretty well gone in that corner. The rocker itself seems to be solid. It's just the floor and the upper part of the footwell there, and it's got more right there, and I think the rest of this was all solid. Moving on, I found a small hole there. It's a little weak, but everything else, everywhere else looks solid on this pan. You know, the torque box areas look okay. I still have more investigating to do. Moving on, got another hole there. The rest of it's solid, but it's ugly. And then there's another hole up in that corner there that's just starting to come through. And yeah, so it's not terrible. The whole trunk is clean. I cleaned that all out. It's all solid. Quarter panel solid, except for the one I showed you right here. But I do have this new panel ready to go on. Brand new, gotta clean it up, obviously. I've also hung most of the body panels. Hung is a relative term. I'm trying to clean up the garage and get all this crap cleaned up so this thing could actually start getting worked on. Graters for life, baby. Save the graters. The bumper's kind of warped. I gotta find some nuts. I want to get it all screwed onto the car so it gets straightened out. But this bumper isn't broken. I have a crack in that one, but it's straight. You can see the crack right there. But I need these off of it because this didn't have it and they weren't in the car. Trunk's on. Trunk works. I haven't hooked up the hinges, but the hinges are there with the springs. I have a spare set of these too. I just got to put them in. But no, the trunk is clean. Trunk floor is solid. Everything seems to be good in here. I found nothing soft, and that's pretty dang clean. I'm very happy with that. I took the gas door off the white car. Doors are on. Somebody's already bushing the hinges, so all I had to do was slide the pins in. I think this is a fairly recent dent. That's like the only real dent on the car is that one. What else? Yeah, these are my fenders. I hung the fenders. I got the GT bumper on. That's the hood. It's not on. I don't have bolts. You know what? Let me open the door. Get this open. It's cold as crap. I need to get this framework out so I can throw it in the parts car garbage because it's all metal, and my truck is getting filled with all of it. But yeah, I got the ponies I'm gonna stick on and get rid of the turbines. The bumper's just thrown on there. What's holding me out down here? I don't know, but everything's pretty solid and pretty straight. You know, I'm very happy. Cowl's good. Everything seems to be fine in there. Oh look, a piece of trim. That's this one. That's this one. Sweet. What are you doing, Lincoln? Let's see if it's broken. Yeah, it's all broken. Yeah. Oh, that's garbage. There's a mouse nest there that I just noticed. I'll have to investigate. The problem with crap like this is it tends to lead into moisture and into rot. Get a rubber glove and pull that out. You sweeping? But it looks like all the wiring's there, the full column ignition switch and everything's there. All the wiring, which is key because like that's for the top You know, headlights and fog lights, fuse panels still all there, even the hood latch cable, all the wiring still in the car. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, to say the least. This thing is a million times further ahead than the white car. I put a post up on looking to see if anybody local had like a MPD floor pan, like, you know, a full replacement floor pan or an LMR one. And someone in Connecticut hit me up and was like, look, I got a convertible that doesn't have rust on the floors. I'll cut out the entire floor for you for a couple $100, $200, $250. So I'm like, sweet. I was like, would you cut out more? Because like the new floor pan doesn't have that. That's actually part of the rear seat riser. So I'll probably have it cut, you know, right along here, take that with it, and then I'll go up further on the firewall, take that out. I just got to figure out, these are, these rockers like this are for convertibles. In this, these add more strength to the body. Notchbacks and hatchbacks don't have this, so I got to see how. You can see there's a gap, right? I got to see how the floorboard attaches before I just, you know, cut it right there. I got to get underneath. I got to get this thing up and see how it attaches, and he'll cut the whole thing out and give it to me. I just got to plan a weekend to go up there and get it. Now, once the floorboard's going, this thing's going to move fast. I don't need the floor painted, the floor in to do body work and get all the body panels hung on this. So what I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do the body work, go over what needs to be done, fix that quarter, go over what needs to be done, get everything out of the engine bay. I didn't even show you that yet. I mean, you saw it on when I went and picked up the car. There's a bunch of body work on this hood. It doesn't sound like there's a lot, so I might use this hood instead of the blue hood, just because this one's original to the car. Look, even the latch still works. You know, there was see the VIN down there, so I'd like to use it. I'm also waiting to get the fenders. Everything in here's got to go. All the wiring's got to go, the power steering's got to go, the AC's got to go. I'm going to keep the rack because that one looks better than the one I have. All this smog crap got to go, battery tray got to go. I might leave her with washer fluid. That might be, since I have it all, I might use it. And then we'll, you know, we'll get some stuff painted here. You know, we'll jam everything. We'll paint all the jams, get all the panels hung, paint the body. Just got awfully quiet. Oh. Paint the body, and I can assemble and do the floor after that. It's not a big deal. People do floors with completed assembled cars all the time. If I can get cracking and get this thing that way, and then I can bring it home and get it up on cribs and brace this. See, I got to do some more research on doing floor pans in a convertible. You know, do I need to brace this that way? Or, you know, there's not anything here. Or can I just leave, you know, it's got the thick rockers in it. I got to do some more research on that. But I got to get it up on stands. I got to get the exhaust out of it. I got to get the subframe connectors off of it. I don't think anybody makes, you know, the factory frame rails. So I'm going to have to drill all those. That's going to blow ball sacks. Yeah, we're way ahead of the game here. I got the new convertible top sitting back there from the blue car that we parted out. So I'm just going to rip this entire framework out because it'll be easier to mount all this back into the car instead of trying to reskin all of this. I got a big long list on LMR and National Parts Depot on stuff I need. Like these stupid moldings right here, like $120 each. The whole rubber kit's like $350 for stuff like this.
A movie?
You want to watch a different movie?
Okay.
You don't want to watch Olaf? All right. Give me 1 second, buddy. Let me finish up. Yeah, that's where we are. That's where we're heading. We're going to get this thing all figured out. Can you pick that up and put it back with the broom? We're going to get rocking and rolling. I'm very excited about this car. It is way, 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 way better than the last one, even though it needs floorboards and a quarter patch, but can't beat free. I'm pretty stoked. Oh yeah, I gotta weld all the holes in the trunk shut. She doesn't want the luggage rack. So I got, this is probably for the third brake light. Yeah, but I gotta weld all these little holes shut and get them all figured out. I think I'm gonna get one of those Cerbinator or whatever his name is things for it, and I need a lip for the front. I don't like that Maker's Mark carbon get down, that Maker's Mark carbon thing. I want a lip that goes down, not forward. If you know anything for a GT bumper, holler at me. Also, look what's here. Yeah, we got this hot rod here too. The front end's mounted. I got to build a turbo kit. I gotta make a mount in the front, support, intercoolers over there, another garbage Honda company, KLM race, total trash. They build really, really nice stuff. We actually went as far as taking their logo off the front of it, but I mean, they do build it nice. But absolutely the worst customer service in the world. They're absolutely atrocious. We're still 3 months later waiting on a turbo manifold and literally having to threaten them with chargebacks on the credit cards because they won't even refund us. They don't even have a phone number. You have to do everything via email, and it's just complete runaround. It's complete lies, and it's just total BS. I'm waiting on that. I got this Precision 6870. You know, this is blow-off valve probably. Yeah, blow-off valve, Weldon regulators, wastegate, big boy, Weldon fuel pump. Oh god, hold on, Lincoln. You know, Fuel Tech FT550 down there, Nano, all bunch of, hey, fabrication stuff. I'm gonna do a dual pump system like on my car because you can't street drive on that Weldon. So we're gonna run this AEM in line, wing, you know, all bunch of crap we gotta start doing. Well, I gotta. You having fun? Like I was saying, I got to build a turbo kit for this. I got to plumb this car. I got to wire this car. It's pretty much a full build. I mean, you saw I already put the engine and transmission in. Little things have shown up, like we got the fuel rail in, injectors, ID 2600s. We're waiting on the Ross throttle body piece. That's a Van Jam. You know, it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of work to be done. But we'll get there. This thing should be out running by the spring. So we'll wrap that up. There's going to be more videos of this. There's going to be more videos of the convertible. I now have been inundated with content for you guys. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down if you don't like either of them. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you want to see more of. I'll get more stuff out for you guys. And we'll go from there. So get in your garage, grab a cold drink, get to work on your hot rod. Have a good one, guys.